Jackie Robinson's story and how he gets to the Monarchs is really interesting. Jackie is drafted into World War II, and he's enlisted at little bitty Fort Riley, Kansas, right up the road here from the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, 1942. Who else was at Fort Riley at that time? Joe Louis, the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. And it would be Joe Louis who would help get his friend Jackie Robinson into officer school. Fort Riley was not admitting blacks into his officer school program, even though they had the qualifications. And Joe Louis and others protested. And Joe, who had been doing exhibition prize fights to raise money for the military, called in favors in D.C. And that's how Jackie Robinson gets into officer school. Jackie is then transferred to Fort Hood, Texas. There at Fort Hood, Texas, he is court-martialed for refusing to give up his seat on the bus to a white person. He wins his court-martial trial. He is honorably discharged. After being discharged, he writes to Kansas City Monarchs owner J.L. Wilkinson. The great Hilton Smith had already recommended Jackie. He had seen Jackie playing baseball at Fort Hood, and he'd already recommended Jackie to J.L. Wilkinson. They try him out in Houston, Texas. He makes the team. He comes to Kansas City, where he spent 5 months with the Kansas City Monarchs. And in those 5 months that he spent here in Kansas City, he fell in love with everything that Kansas City is famous for: barbecue and jazz. He liked the ribs at a place called Old Kentucky Barbecue. Old Kentucky Barbecue would become the forerunner of the great Gates barbecue chain of restaurants that are world-renowned. And he fell perhaps even deeper in love with jazz. And as I remind people, while New Orleans may lay claim to jazz, Kansas City gave jazz its soul. And by the end of the 45 season, Jackie had literally disappeared. His teammates had no idea where he was. Well, as we know, he had been summoned to Brooklyn, New York, where he was meeting with Branch Rickey, where the two of them would make the epic decision that Jackie Robinson would become the chosen one to break Major League Baseball's 6-decade-long self-imposed color barrier. Here at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, we make the bold assertion that Jackie's breaking of the color barrier wasn't just a part of the Civil Rights Movement. It was the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement. This is 1947. This is well before those more noted civil rights occurrences. So this is before Brown versus the Board of Education. This is before Rosa Parks' refusal to move to the back of the bus. As Buck O'Neill would so eloquently say, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was merely a sophomore at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, when Jackie signed his contract to play in the Dodgers organization. Our very own President Harry S. Truman would not integrate the armed forces until a year after Jackie. So for all intents and purposes, this is what indeed started the ball of social progress rolling in our country: baseball. And our country literally jumped on the coattail of baseball. But it does not happen had it not been for Kansas City and had it not been for the Negro Leagues. Our great city gave America arguably its greatest hero in Jackie Robinson.